Hey everyone, this is Carmen. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be teaching you a really interesting marketing growth hack that you can use to get easy backlinks, referral traffic, PR, brand awareness, you name it. You can actually use it in a couple different ways depending if you want to do more of the PR and backlink side, or you actually want to use it to enhance and scale your own content marketing campaigns. Now, a lot of people don't know that there's actually this website called Help a Reporter Out. And now granted, it is being used by a lot of marketers nowadays, but relative to other strategies and channels, it's really undersaturated. So if you don't already have it in your marketing toolbox, then you definitely need to get on it. And once again, you can use it a couple different ways. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to sign up and actually use both angles. Okay, so here I am on helpareporterout.com. Let me explain to you exactly how this website works. Either you're going to sign up as a source and they'll actually email you 5 days a week, 3 times a day with potential PR opportunities. When a journalist goes on to HARO and they make a query, essentially that gets sent out to you as a source. And if it's relevant to your interest and your expertise, you can respond to that. Now, what's really cool is they'll actually use your response in their blog posts, their books, their magazines, and things like that, which also includes a link to your website, your social media profiles, your headshot, and a bio. That means you're pretty much getting passive referral traffic, backlinks, and brand awareness. Secondly, something to think about is you can sign up as a journalist. Now, as a journalist, you'll be creating the queries that get sent out to HARO's email list. Now, you can use this for getting expert responses in blog posts, getting podcast guests, and also doing reviews and partnerships. You can be really creative here. Now, for an example, look at Databox, the SaaS company. Now, if you go through the blog for Databox, you'll commonly notice all the different roundups for SEO topics, landing pages, data, analytics, content marketing, and whatnot. And essentially what they're doing, because I've actually seen their queries in the emails, is they're essentially using HARO to get tons of expert responses, bundling those up into blog posts, and then publishing it as a separate article. And now what's really cool about this is instead of writing those 3,000, 4,000 words, they're essentially getting people from HARO to create the content, and they essentially just organize it and promote it on social media. And something really cool is they also tag all the people that gave them a response, so they share it and engage with it. But now let's actually sign up, and I'll show you how to use it yourself. Now, just from the homepage, you're gonna come up to the top right and click sign up. And the form is pretty straightforward. It just has your personal information, your company name, revenue, and things like that. So go ahead, fill this out, pause the video, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so now I'm here in the actual HARO dashboard. You got your general information, location, reporter details. Now, what's really important is the HARO preferences, because you want things that are coming into your inbox that are relevant to your skills and knowledge. For example, I signed up for high tech and business and finance because I run a marketing agency, and that's normally what I find I can respond to in a really expert way. Now, when people are actually sending out these queries, they want people with a good background in that field to respond. Okay, essentially when you're in your email inbox, this is what it's going to look like. Now you can see that we have the index, which is going to be all these different queries. And once again, depending on the industries that you signed up for, it may look a little bit different. But this is business and finance. And you can see that they're titled all different things relative to the actual query, what they're looking for, and the topic of the actual subject. So now you can click anything here. So for example, Airbnb investment properties. And it also shows you the publication in the brackets. So you click that, you have a summary. You have the name of the person you'll be essentially contacting and speaking with, the category, the email that you need to reply to. So you're not going to be emailing the person's personal email. You're emailing the actual query email, so it goes straight to their HARO account as well. The media outlet, which is the publication, and the deadline. A lot of the time you'll get probably a few days, maybe to a week or longer to respond, but I suggest that you respond ASAP, so you're essentially at the top of their inbox, and you just maximize the chances of getting accepted. And then we have the query, which is essentially all the information, what they're looking for. I'm writing a piece for our blog about Airbnb investments to help readers decide if this is a smart move for them in 2021. I would love for some insight into the following questions, particularly from those who own and operate an Airbnb. And now this is what I was talking about when it comes to actually reading the query, because they're going to ask for very specific things, and you want to make sure that you answer everything in detail. Sometimes they might even say 50 to 100 words, 3-4 sentences, 1 paragraph. Make sure you're following it down to a science, because you're going to maximize your chance of getting accepted and getting that backlink and PR. And you can see it looks like in the requirements, they're only linking to sites that have a DA of 30. Other times they might ask for specific credentials, education, or background, But that's essentially what it looks like. And then all you're gonna do is click the email, respond to that with all the information and requirements they want, send it in, and just go through every single one that you can respond to every day or have your team do it. Okay, and essentially coming back to the HARO website, let's talk about being a journalist and creating one of those queries to send out. You're just gonna click My Queries on the top left, and you can actually see some of the ones I've had in the past. And look how many pitches they get, 130 for that, 48, 57, 54, 95. So you're gonna get a lot of people sending you ideas, content, and opportunities. And how you're actually gonna create one is go over to Submit Query. You can also read the guidelines here, see any past queries you've had, and also if you favorite sources, people who essentially gave you really good answers. But let's click Submit Query, and you can see that it's a relatively straightforward thing. The media outlet will be essentially your business name. The URL will be the website, although you can keep it anonymous if you would like. You can summarize essentially what you're looking for or the topic. And then in the query section here, you're gonna go a lot more into the details of the questions you want answered, any kind of requirements in terms of the word count and things like that. But then in the actual requirements section, here is where you would ask for a website URL, social profiles, a headshot, or maybe if you want to specifically talk to founders, C-suite, something like that, you can also include it in the requirements section. Choose your primary category from the dropdown along with the secondary, and you can also choose the due date, time, and if it's urgent. Now I think if it's urgent, yeah, you check that if it's a very short deadline, and then essentially submit query. They'll actually let you know if it gets accepted, when it's going to go out, and then don't be surprised if you get dozens, if not hundreds of responses. But it's relatively straightforward, and you can use this once again for getting podcast guests or just people to input for your blog and different content. Once again, really underrated way to get backlinks, free PR, brand awareness, and referral traffic. If you want to learn more about HARO, marketing hacks, copywriting, and things like that, go into the description of the video and you can get free resources, check out my blog, get free courses and whatnot. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Let me know down in the comments if there's certain videos you'd like me to make. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having an awesome week, and I'll catch you in the next video.